Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. In this video I'm going to sketch the portrait of a puffin, and these are really cool birds to draw and to paint. Really interesting and really quite unusual. So these are seabirds. And as you can see, I'm starting with a light sketch as always. I'm trying to make sense of my reference and of the planes, the different planes that I can see, so that my bird will have this three-dimensional look. And I'm just laying in the different shapes that I can see here, going from light to more refined lines. And the puffin really has this interesting face. It's really high contrast, black and white. And as you can see, I chose a reference where he has a few fish in his beak. You can often see these photos where they have a whole bunch of fish in their bill to feed to their young or to themselves. Now I'm switching to watercolor, and I'm starting with the colorful part of the bill. So this is a yellow, orange, a tiny bit of red. And here I'm refining my fish part a little bit so that I can fit in the lower part of the bill a little bit better, so that you can actually see that he closes his bill around these fish. And I'm basically painting all the parts of the image that have this red-orange. Now I'm painting in the area of the bill that's in this pale dark blue. Again, really an interesting pattern on the bill. And I use the same color for the little fish that are hanging out of his bill. Just trying to get the relationship of the different values right at this point. And around the cheeks, these birds are white, but I'm adding in a little bit of very light shadow, so this will have a little bit more structure to it, and the same goes for the belly region. And then I'm laying in the dark part of the bird with neutral gray. And I think I had a little bit of ultramarine stuck in my neutral gray mixing area, so this is why it looks a little bit textured and granulating. And I'm trying to paint this area very loosely. Here you can see I'm adding few feathery details, a little bit of structure to the belly area, and I'm softening a few of these strokes again, so to make them less prominent. Here I'm adding the dark part of the head and of the eye with a very intense gray, or almost black. And now he's starting to look back at us, so adding the detail around the eye fairly at the beginning helps you to actually see that this is a living, breathing animal that has this wet glint in his eye. And I'm adding this interesting mask-like pattern on the head, intensifying the dark parts of the back a little bit more with more gray. And I'm adding the paint in small strokes as to indicate the feathers. And going over the red of the bill again with a second layer of paint to intensify the color. I'm basically doing this for all the parts of the bird now, so building up layers and layers of color. Here for the pale blue, And with watercolor you can always lift out paint as long as it's wet. If you don't like the effect that you've painted in, then you can simply lift it out again. I'm refining a little bit of the color and the structure of the small fish. So I don't want to draw too much attention to these fish, so I'm keeping them fairly sketchy, but I still want to get the values right and to make them look a little bit more like fish. I still have to add more dark to the back and to the wing, so I'm doing that now. And I'm adding another layer of these shadows around the face to give the face more three-dimensionality. And a few more detail brush strokes. And at this point it's really mostly adding details, adding quick little brush strokes that refine the basic strokes that I've already laid down. And I'm going in with a little bit of colored pencil in sepia to give me more of these crisp lines around the eye. And at this point I'm refining the line at the back a little bit more and add a few more feathery brush strokes to indicate the feathers. Last details around the little fish. And then I'm adding a bit of lettering, so the English name, the German name, and the Latin name. And this is really helping me to learn these names in different languages and also talk with other people about what kind of bird this is. And I'm adding a little bit of decoration around the text block with cerulean blue. And this is the finished sketch. I left it quite loose in all areas except the face. And this is really the effect that I was going for. And that's everything for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you enjoyed it, then give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions or want to see something specific, then let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, happy sketching!